Reducing screen time before sleep is one of the most essential, yet often underestimated, practices for improving the quality of your rest and reducing mental stress. In modern life, screens are everywhere: phones, tablets, computers, televisions, and they often remain in use right up until the moment people try to fall asleep. While technology offers incredible convenience and entertainment, it can also be one of the biggest obstacles to getting deep, restorative sleep. The key reason for this disruption lies in the impact of blue light, the kind of light emitted by most electronic screens, and the way it interacts with your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Your body's ability to fall asleep and stay asleep is governed by a biological rhythm known as the circadian rhythm. This internal clock is closely linked to the rise and fall of melatonin, a hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to wind down and rest. Melatonin production begins to increase naturally in the evening, typically a couple of hours before your usual bedtime, as darkness sets in. But exposure to blue light from digital devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin production and delaying the onset of sleepiness. The result? You stay alert longer than you should, making it harder to fall asleep, even if you feel mentally or physically tired. Turning off screens at least an hour before bedtime allows your brain to make that critical shift from wakefulness to sleep readiness. During this screen-free period, your melatonin levels begin to rise naturally, body temperature drops, and your nervous system transitions into a calmer, parasympathetic state. This transition is crucial not just for falling asleep faster, but also for experiencing deeper, uninterrupted sleep throughout the night. When you skip this wind-down period and scroll on your phone or binge-watch a show until the moment you turn off the lights, you may find that your sleep is lighter, more fragmented, and less rejuvenating. In addition to the biological effects of blue light, there are psychological consequences to late-night screen use. Much of what we consume on screens, news, social media, email, streaming content, is stimulating to the brain. It keeps your mind engaged, alert, and often emotionally reactive. Reading distressing headlines, responding to messages, or getting caught in the never-ending scroll of social media can all increase stress levels and mental chatter, making it even harder to quiet your thoughts when it's finally time to rest. Over time, this overstimulation becomes a major contributor to insomnia, anxiety, and even depression. Replacing screen time with calming, analog activities can have a powerful effect on your ability to sleep and relax. Reading a printed book, journaling your thoughts, listening to soothing music or nature sounds, doing some light stretching, or simply sitting in quiet reflection with a warm herbal tea can be deeply grounding. These activities don't just remove the interference of blue light, they also engage your mind in slower, more meditative ways that support the mental transition into sleep. Even the act of dimming the lights and being present with your environment, without distractions, sends a clear message to your body that it's safe to rest. If you absolutely need to use screens in the evening, perhaps for work or communication, there are still ways to minimize their impact. Most modern devices include night mode or blue light filter settings that reduce blue light emissions after sunset. While not a perfect solution, these filters are better than nothing and can help lessen the disruption to melatonin production. However, they should be viewed as a backup plan, not a substitute for meaningful screen-free time before bed. Establishing a firm boundary around screen use, such as powering down all devices 1 hour before sleep, can quickly become one of the most transformative habits in your sleep hygiene routine. It helps regulate your hormones, quiet your mind, and create a more peaceful, grounded evening environment. Over time, you may find that you not only fall asleep more easily, but also feel more rested and mentally clear upon waking. Reducing screen time before sleep isn't about deprivation. It's about choosing to protect the quality of your rest and giving your brain the time and space it needs to shift into a quieter, healthier rhythm. By embracing the natural cues of night and allowing your mind to slow down without artificial stimulation, you give yourself the best chance to experience sleep as it was meant to be: deep, restorative, and genuinely healing.